Hey everyone, it's Colin Hudson here, just sending out my first ever video. One of my followers actually said I should create a video, and sorry, there's dogs barking in the background, I'm at the beach. And I couldn't think about what to post, so I sent a status out just wondering whether anyone had any questions that I could answer, so I'll do my best to answer them. So Aaron in Portland, Oregon wanted to know about the picture that I posted, which I know a lot of people have seen, and how did it come about basically, and I sort of did it in response to some comments that were made in Australian Parliament with a senator referring to if marriage equality was to go ahead, that it would lead to bestiality and polygamy, and I just thought it was a little bit unfair. And so my picture was really just my beliefs in what I want out of life, and that is just to be considered equal. And I think to have a equal marriage bill put forward would really pave the way for people like myself to be accepted in society. And the majority of at least Australians, percentage-wise, do believe in that. So it's unfortunate that we're not getting the same response from Parliament, but it's just a matter of time, and we'll get there. And also, was there any negative impact? And I guess it's kind of been hard to keep track of all the places it's been posted, but I have seen a few negative comments here and there, but all the positive comments far outweighs anything else, so yeah, it's good to get all that support. Daniel from New York, USA wanted to know how my modelling career started, and I guess, to be honest, it still is very new. I've only really been doing it for a couple of years, and I started quite late, and I guess when I'm now 26, when you start that late, your career isn't probably going to be that long. So it's just, I've been really blessed to get the jobs that I've gotten so far. But I kind of started because I was doing photography at university, because I did a degree in design in Australia, but I did a 6 months abroad in Canada as well. And whenever we'd have assignments, we would need to use models. We would stand in for each other, so that's how I started, and I actually ended up really enjoying being on the other side of the camera rather than being the photographer, so that's how that started. Peter from New York also wanted to know what's been the most embarrassing moment of my career thus far, and there really hasn't been anything, but the only thing I can really think of is when we shoot on location, I get really self-conscious because people watch, and in fact, I'm shooting at the beach now and there's people looking at me wondering why I'm talking to my phone. So I guess it's just when I'm on location. Recently we did a shoot in the city and there was a lot of people around, and yeah, there were like a few people taking pictures and kind of looking, so that kind of made me a little bit self-conscious. Kai from Frankfurt in Germany wanted to know how my ideal partner would be, and how would he need to be for me to ask him for marriage. And I guess I haven't found that right one yet, which is a good segue into Josh's question from Melbourne, Australia, who asks if I was single. Yes, I am, but you just can't force these things. Relationships pop up when you least expect them, so but he would have to just be what everyone wants, just someone kind and nice, who'll be lovely to your friends and family, and more than anything, I think what everyone needs is just someone who can be honest and be able to talk about how they feel with that person. So it's all about having that right level of communication, at least I've found anyway. So next question is from Luke in New South Wales, Australia, and he wanted to know if I have any pets. Sorry, there was a spider crawling on me. And I guess my only pets I've got is really at my parents' house. So whenever I go home, I get to play with. There's a little Maltese white dog called Buddy, so we get to play every now and then. But I haven't really had any pets of my own since I was a kid. I had mice and rabbits and guinea pigs and everything. So I grew up on the farm in the country. So yeah, I haven't really had a pet since I lived back there, and it's kind of hard when you live in small places in the city as well. But one day I hope to have one very soon. I think my dream dog is going to be like a golden retriever, and I think I'd call it Hunter. I have thought about it, so I clearly do want a pet. And my dream place for holidays, see, I used to live in Canada, so I got to see a lot of the US, and I loved that. And I'd love to go back because there were so many places I didn't get to visit. But I did love New York City, and I've lived in the UK as well, so I've seen a little bit of Europe, but I'd like to do that some more as well. But probably the best ever holiday I've had is when I went to Bali in Indonesia. That was great, and that was my last holiday, so that was it's now over 2 years ago, so I'm due for another holiday soon. And the last question is from Robert in California, USA, and he wanted to know how much of my time... Ooh, can you see that? It keeps going bright. Anyway, he wanted to know how much of my time is taken up by modelling, and what do I want to do for the rest of my life. So currently I haven't shot for about a week and a half now, and the thing about it is you just never know when work's going to pop up and when it's not, which is kind of half the fun, because you never know what's going to come up and when. You could be doing something completely random in a matter of days. It just depends what your agency casts you for. So yeah, it's always fun, and I'd love to keep doing it for as long as I can because I really enjoy it. I hate it when we stop shooting. I get really sad because I just want to keep going. But what I really want to do for the rest of my life is to run my own business, and I started that 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, and I called it White Moose Design, which is all about, I guess, coming up with gift ideas with a bit of a twist, and a lot of what I make is recycled gift ideas. So I sell them currently at markets here in Melbourne, Australia, at Rose Street in Fitzroy, but I'm selling them online now too, and actually the website just got finished today. So if you want to check it out, go to www.whitemoose.com.au. So, and I think White Moose, the name I kind of came up with from the time that I spent in Canada, so it's a bit of a tribute to that, I think. So yeah, that's kind of it. But thanks for watching, and I'll chat to you all soon. Bye.